Hey guys, how's it going? Otaku Mike here, back again with another video for you guys today. If you're new to the channel and like the content that I create, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing the video. That's the most important part. Without further ado, let's get into the manga that we're talking about today. We're talking about the 1995 manga, Kirby's Manga Mania. Let's get into this. So, like I said before, we are looking at Kirby Manga Mania. If you don't know who Kirby is, he is the lovable pink Nintendo character that we all grew up with, like Kirby and Dreamland and stuff like that. This manga ran from 1995 to 2006, had a total of 25 volumes, and it was written by Hirokazu Hikawa. I think I said that right, maybe. To be honest, actually, I probably just butchered his name, and I'm sorry for that. But this manga is pretty interesting. It doesn't necessarily have a story, a consistent story that goes through said manga. What we get actually with this is the mangaka himself, since he created it all himself, he basically decided, or the company decided for him, I don't know exactly who, he got to pick his favorite stories from his manga run and put it into this manga that we're looking at today. So there isn't really a consistent story. A lot of the stories deal with Kirby coming in, checking out King Dedede, and kind of foiling some kind of plan or whatever that he happens to be doing at the moment. They're pretty funny short stories, if I do say so myself. There's one where King Dedede gets a robot and Kirby accidentally breaks the robot, and he decides to pretend to be said robot, which is pretty funny. There's a whole Beauty and the Beast parody where King Dedede gets turned into a toy and he has to be nice to somebody, and that somebody happens to be Kirby, who takes the place of Belle. You get where I'm going with this. So they're really funny little short stories that you can really sink your teeth into. My personal favorite was actually the very first story in this book, which is called Kirby the Loopy Picnic Crasher, and that one involves King Dedede wanting to have and celebrate the cherry blossoms showing up, and he didn't invite Kirby because of last year. Kirby decided to crash his party, so to speak, and he ate all the food, and King Dedede got mad, and Kirby shows up, and King Dedede he's upset about this, that Kirby's showing up because he doesn't want Kirby to ruin the picnic. He throws a bottle of loopy juice at him, which is basically alcohol. Kirby gets shit-faced drunk in this, and it is probably one of the hilarious things I've ever read, and I don't know if I've ever seen a Nintendo property, but it is one of the most funniest scenes, I would say, and just how Kirby, or how King Dedede deals with Kirby being intoxicated. It's really funny, and there's all these mishaps that happen. So yeah, there isn't much to the stories, story-wise. Like, you're not gonna get consistency in the stories, but you do get consistently good stories. With a lot of anthology series, you can be hit or miss with stories, and with this, I quite enjoyed it. I don't know much about the world of Kirby. Luckily, this isn't canon to the video games or anything like that. It kind of is its own thing, and it picks and chooses what exactly it wants to take from the video games, which is pretty cool. So it kind of does its own thing. So it's not actually shackled down to the canonness of the video games, you know. This book was surprisingly very, very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. I really didn't know what to expect when reading a Kirby manga. It's a lot of slapstick humor, very much like Tom and Jerry-esque humor slash like Looney Tunes. That's kind of what you're getting with this manga. If you read the Mario manga that came out a few months ago, very similar to the Mario manga, just as good, except we're actually getting more volumes of this. We're getting, I think, at least 2 more volumes. So, yay for Kirby fans, right? But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really actually love all the artwork. It was so cute and adorable, and everybody was so expressive in their expressions that they had on their faces. Like the mangaka that does the art for this series is quite very, very talented. And one thing we actually do get in this manga, which is pretty cool, which, see if I can find it, which we don't get in a lot of manga, towards the beginning of each chapter or each comic, we get these cool little author comments about what he thought about writing the manga, you know, back then versus now, you know, which is pretty cool. And then we also get, at the end of each comic, we get a little comic, short comic of him creating the Kirby manga, which is pretty cool. And he actually makes some new material for these tankobons, which I guess aren't in the original mangas that came out back in the 90s. But yeah, this is really fun. It's funny. I laughed out loud reading it. I never thought I would say that about a video game manga, but it's fun. It's really fun. There is a little bit here and there of adult humor, but it's nothing too out there or risque about it. It's kind of funny seeing Kirby dressed up as like a flamingo go-go dancer at one point, which is pretty funny. You never thought you'd see that, right? But yeah, I highly recommend this. If you're looking for a good, fun laugh, the Kirby manga is where it's at. I mean, it's not going to be like, it might be a be-all, end-all for you. I don't know. Or it might not be up your alley. Who knows? But I say, give it a shot. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're looking for a good comedy manga. I would highly recommend it. And it's fun for all ages. Like, I would give this to my kids. Yeah, I would give a manga to my kids. This is what I would give my kids. If they wanted to read manga, I'd be like, hey, read Kirby, because it is freaking hysterical. Anyways, guys, let me know, are you planning to pick up this manga or not? So let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned for new videos coming up. And if you enjoy the content that I create, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing the video. That helps my channel out a lot. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video where we talked about Kirby, right? Right back at you.